We are back on the Morning Brew with Larry Aarons. I'm Erin Muffletto, your co-host, and we are here with Stephen Westman to talk about some culture today with the local IQ segment and the Breaking Up cover that we've been talking about last week. This is so cool. And Stephen, tell us what's happening this week.
Well, we have one of our probably most popular issues that came out last week on the stands. It's called Breaking Up. It's about Breaking Bad's last season. We got amazing interviews in it and behind the scenes stuff. A thing about the tour of the city. I have friends from out of town who are emailing me saying they want copies sent to them. And when I tell them they can have it online, they're like, no, we want the print copy in our hand. And I didn't know what the cover was going to look like. And so on Wednesday evening when I saw it, my mouth fell open.
It's awesome.
They did a great job. It's, everybody's talked about what Breaking Bad has done for the city. One of my favorite, I'm the travel writer for the magazine, so one of my favorite things is doing that tour of the locales that we've got all over town. And there are people that are coming in from out of state who are taking these tours.
To see everything.
I feel bad for the people that live in the houses where it was filmed, because they're driving, it's like the bug house at Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
People are pulling up in front of their house and taking photos of it, but it's what they signed on for.
Yeah.
I guess people go to that Twisters in the South Valley and ask for Gus,
right.
who's the bad guy. And like he's hanging around there all the time doing drug deals or something.
And the thing is, it is glorifying some bad stuff.
Yeah,
but,
it really is.
It's probably really good for that Twisters down there. I know I've driven down there specifically just to take a photo of it to send to a friend from out of state. So it's a cool thing. Actually, there's some photos of some of the more iconic things that are on that tour that we brought. The Octopus Car Wash at the corner of...
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, and growing up in this town, I was going for car washes there with my parents in the late 60s.
Sure.
And then you see that giant building that's there all the time. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that's, I think, got a piece of everybody's heart in this town is the De Anza Motor Lodge,
Sure.
which is right there at the corner of Washington and Central. And, it was built in 1939, back in the heyday when Route 66, there were all those great motels around there. And I've always said, find a motor lodge in New Mexico that somebody's revamped and I will go there and I'll write about it in a heartbeat, because I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And the De Anza is one of those things that's been slated to be redone. It's on the New Mexico Cultural History Register, and it's on the United States National Historic Register.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. There's three murals inside of that place that were done by a Zuni artist that we don't want to lose. So it's earmarked, but with the economy, I think things are on hold with it being redone, but it should be at some point.
Can you get in and see that?
You can't. When you drive by, you see it's gated, but they have a guard in there 24 hours.
Really?
There's
have
a
people
guy
been
in a car.
trying to get in there?
I think people do. That's the problem with some of those old places on Central.
Yeah.
But it's guarded. You can't get in there. I know that the staff of Breaking Bad, they were allowed to go in and film. But so it's kind of cool. And, the other places that were on there is, I think we still call it the Atomic Museum, but it's the National, Museum of Atomic Science, and is it? I'll never say it right. National Museum of Nuclear Science and History. Which is another good thing because it's getting people to go to the museums.
I saw that when it first opened, and I thought that was so neat. I think everybody should take a chance to go check it out.
And I shamefully have not been to the place since they moved uptown. I used to go when they were downtown.
Okay.
Right across from the Albuquerque Museum.
Yeah.
And
the new museum is beautiful.
Yeah, so. That's what I hear. And speaking of museums, I think we kind of segue here.
Yeah, and she'll be with us here in a second. It's kind of interesting. We went to, my wife and I went to a Super Bowl party at a home in the foothills, Northeast Heights.
Right.
And the house next door to them was a house they used for Breaking Bad. And I don't know what the scene was, but there was a guy out there telling us that we couldn't park in front of the house when we went to the Super Bowl party. Anyway, that shows you what that show does.
A little displacement, but it's good for the city, right?
Sure.
So.
All right, we have a guest to bring on.
We do. We have Debra Romero from the Albuquerque Museum Foundation. There's some changes going on there and stuff going on. Let's go.
Right.
Come on in, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. Aaron, nice to meet you.
Hello again.
Yes.
Hi, Deborah. Larry Aaron's. Hi.
to see you, Larry.
Welcome to the Morning Brew. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Well, let's talk about the shaken, not stirred. I sense a little James Bond intrigue here.
James Bond intrigue, a little bit of London 50 years ago. It's been the 50th anniversary of the Bond franchise. But this is the third year we've done shaken, not stirred, and our little martini girl is coming back. And our adage is, if we're going to raise money for our community, let's have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Well, good. Why not?
Why not? Absolutely. It's probably one of the most fun cocktail fundraisers that you can go to in Albuquerque. It's April 12th at the Albuquerque Museum, and
Listen,
it's going to be great.
Put my James Bond tuxedo on. I'm him for a night.
You can be him for a night.
Can people dress up like characters from James Bond?
Well, we are going to have some actors there who will be dressed up to sell raffle tickets for a round trip airfare for two to London,
It's big.
5
Yeah.
nights with a customized tour of the Churchill Museum and a 1,000-pound Harrods shopping card.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
those raffle tickets are for sale, and they'll be sold by very definitely Bond girls in sequin miniskirts. So it's going to be fun. It can't be anything less than that.
And what's the price tag on that? Where do I get tickets?
Well, the price tag is $50 for
Oh, that's
members.
reasonable, yeah.
Yes, if you're a member of the museum, it's $50. If you're not a member, it's $75.
Okay.
You can buy the tickets on our website, www.albuquerquemuseum.org, or you can just call us and at the foundation office.
Or write a check.
Or
write a check.
like
Look at this.
now,
Here
which
we go.
We always appreciate. And it'll be just a fabulous fundraiser. It benefits one of our more important developing programs called Lead with the Arts, which is for adolescent high school students who have an interest in art. But it's not just a studio program. It's a program to teach them about all the professions that are available to support their interests in art. And so in that way, it's extremely, it's just a little more sophisticated.
Yeah.
And these students will be curating their own art exhibition as part of their process. So we're really proud to be able to support such a program.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Well, this is a great idea. I like the whole fundraising flavor of that.
I will always say it is my favorite party of the year. Every year
Yeah?
that they've done Shaken Not Stirred, or just the Art Edge Party, as it was it used to be called. It's a good night down there, and you see all of your friends. You meet a lot of new people. Everybody's dressed up. The music is sublime. It's a good night.
Yes, we have a jazz lounge that's being sponsored, and we even had a little. We're going to be unveiling some very interesting flavored martinis that night, which have been developed by Slate at the Slate Street Cafe, and it'll be just a lot of fun.
See, the secret is when and Steve will know this. When men watch the James Bond movies, we all think we're that guy.
Yeah.
We all think we're him.
Well,
we want to be him, right?
Larry,
And I
you
have that
a chance.
opportunity.
Larry, the 12th of April, it can come true.
We can live out that fantasy, right?
Absolutely.
I
And
like
do
that.
it while supporting one of the most important cultural institutions in our city. So I think you ought to do it.
Yeah, I think I have a tuxedo. So
Well, then you're halfway
then
there.
I'm there. I just need the Aston Martin now to show up
Well,
in.
we will have an Aston Martin.
Will you
there.
really? Good.
Yes, we do. We
Take
have
pictures in front of it.
Wow.
Absolutely. We have a paparazzi group that will be
good.
there.
So
So
I
as
can-
you arrive, you'll get your pictures taken.
That is so
in front of
neat.
the Aston Martin.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Okay.
you're right with us on
I
this.
like this. Okay, this is a good thing. Deborah, what else is going on down at the museum?
Oh, my goodness, so many great things.
fill us in.
You know, we give Albuquerque the world. We bring all kinds of wonderful world-class exhibitions. Right now, Deco Japan, which is a Japanese art exhibit that focuses on pre-World War II Japanese art. Beautiful, beautiful design and the influence of the Deco movement on Japanese art. We are, a good part of the museum's right now closed. We have about 9,000 square feet under construction because we're retelling the history of Albuquerque.
Oh, good.
And it's going to be, that won't open until July of 2014, but it's going to be fabulous. Come May, we have Changing Perceptions of Western Landscape. In September, the Harlem Renaissance. Next year, we'll have colonial Spanish home furnishings from the Brooklyn Museum. So you can drop in at that museum and you will always see something unique and wonderful.
I did a walkthrough on Friday, quickly just to refresh my mind because I go often. But the Japanese exhibit is stunning. It just blows your mind because you're up close and you're getting to see those kimonos and the woodblock and all of that really beautiful stuff.
Yes, it's wonderful.
And real quick, there's a membership you can have with it. Now, tell me a little bit more about that. How much does that cost? Does that allow me to go to the museum whenever? Or?
Yes, it does. Our membership program starts from $40 if you're a senior, which does not apply to anyone at this table. No. And then family memberships at $40.
Okay.
And then we have philanthropic memberships that go up all the way to $5,000.
Wow.
We have about 2,300 members in the city of Albuquerque. We're planning to grow that. And you can get your membership at the museum. Okay. For that amount, it gets you into any program for the entire year. Gives you entitled to discounts at the store, discounts for tickets.
Oh, even at the store?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
you get a discount at the store if you're a museum
The revamped store.
The revamped store. We have remodeled it.
It's amazing right now.
And brought in some new, a new creative team. And it's now, if you need to buy a gift, just head down to Old Town and go to the museum gift shop.
And great price points on a lot of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay, so about a minute left. Remind us again, Shaken Not Stirred, what day, and give us the background.
One more time. April 12th.
Okay.
It's the museum at 7 o'clock. Tickets can be purchased on our website at albuquerquemuseum.org. You can call the office, the numbers on the website.
Okay.
It's $50 for a member, $75 for non-members, and it benefits some very important educational programs.
Fantastic.
I'm going to have to go look for my James Bond dress now.
You are definitely a Bond girl, and you need to be there.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I'll toast a martini with you.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
that'll be fun. That'll be absolutely fun.